When I thought about, wow, we're going to have our own home, I thought about affordability, and I thought about, how good it would be for the kids. I didn't imagine how much I would enjoy mowing the lawn. I'm so proud. That sense of ownership has to do with pride of care and stewardship, and I hadn't anticipated those things. When you're a single mom, and if you're having challenges with receiving child support, you can't build credit if you don't have credit. It's a really, really vicious cycle of poverty.
Before Habitat, the kids and I were living in a 2-bedroom apartment here in the Old North End, and we're about to be living in a 1-bedroom apartment in Burlington because of the increase in rents. I've been working for the past 12 years at Trinity Children's Center. It's a nonprofit. It's a great place to work, but the wage is not great.
I don't actually know why so many people volunteer and are so committed to helping, but it's really a good thing.
It's sort of a passion to build for Habitat. I have been working 55 years in building construction, so it was sort of a natural fit when Habitat started building in Burlington area in 1984. A lot of the volunteers are green as grass, but they're willing. They got warm hearts, and I'm not really a building contractor here. I encourage things.
From a selfish perspective, I think if people get into their own homes, I think they're going to be much more independent citizens in the community, and they and their families, it may elevate them to a higher level of prosperity. And I think for the overall population of Vermont and taxpayers in Vermont, that's a good thing. That's the thing we'd like to have happen. It'll give their children, a safe and secure place to live. It'll allow them to do better in school, which will allow them to do better in the workplace, which will allow them to become better citizens. So I think all those things rolled together, from a selfish perspective, it's a really good use of my time.
One of the things I've taken away the most from any Habitat site or talking to people that work with Habitat that really, really stuck with me is that it's not a handout, it's a hand up, which a lot of people need.
I think people who are able to volunteer or donate to Habitat for Humanity understand somehow the importance of, not just the importance of having a home, but how tough it is to get there if you've struggled. And sometimes struggle is not because I'm lazy, it's not because I did anything wrong, it's because we encountered circumstances that were really hard in succession, and it takes a long time to get through that.
Well, we lived in a really old apartment beforehand with windows that rattled when the wind was blowing, and I remember a really cold winter we had the heat up to 80, but the house was 50 degrees. So this is energy efficient, and it's just like amazing to be here in the winter as opposed to our old house. The Habitat people and the family that is Habitat were amazing and supportive. So I'm working full time, I have 2 young kids, and still they made it so that I was able to meet my obligation to do all of the work that had to be done on the house.
I recommend that everyone in the world help to build their own house. Not necessarily try to do it on your own if you don't know what you're doing, but if you've got a team of experts and you can get in there. I know where all the wires are in my house. I understand framing in a way that allows me to hang things on the wall better. I have an intimate knowledge with the inside of my house. And because of that, I feel like, oh, I can fix that. Oh, I can fix that. And what happened when I began helping to build the house was people from the community volunteered, and they were here too. So I met all these people from the community. Not only did I meet them, they're wonderful people, but they were excited that we're here. It's not just mine. My kids don't have to change schools again. It's a kind of peace in my heart that I've taken care of my family and my children in this way, and we can continue to grow and build because we have a home, we have a solid place to live. It's affordable.
Owning our own home and having a secure place to live has been helpful to my parenting just because I feel more secure. I know that the money I make is actually going to meet all of our needs. And there's nothing like having financial security to make you an all-around more secure and relaxed person and a better parent. The wonderful thing about the Habitat mortgage too is that the money that I'm putting in is going to help other families, and it's a continuance of that. Being part of Habitat really made me want to be more of a community-minded person, and it also made me realize how willing people are to give when they know somebody's doing something positive.
I couldn't be doing what I'm doing in any way if it wasn't for Habitat. My personal growth, my growth as a parent, my ability to give back to the community, none of this could be happening without Habitat.